Of all the auto brands on the road today, only one has been named the best auto brand for 6 straight years. That brand is Mazda. Come shop and save on the award-winning lineup of new Mazdas right now at Baton Rouge's Mazda dealer, Team Mazda on Airline.
Hi, business owners. Phase 3. Woohoo! But do your customers know you're back? Well, that's where the Clarence Bug Show and Pelican Broadcasting can help. Right now, we've got great rates on advertising packages to help you get the word out. Shoot me an email at bugsclarence@gmail.com. Or better yet, call me up. I'd love to talk with you. 225-485-6839. Let's get together and make Phase 3 the best it can possibly be.
From appetizers, pasta dishes, and entrees, La Contea takes pride in preparing all the Italian cuisine we know you love. Enjoy live music every Thursday through Saturday from 6 to 9, happy hour weekdays from 3 to 6, and brunch on Sundays from 11 to 2, as well as dinner portion-sized lunch specials for under $10. Visit our website to view our menu and book a party or meeting in our large banquet room. Once you try La Contea, your Italian dining will change forever.
They said I could find you here. Why are you fishing? Our company's got to ship out 2 full color brochures and 20 color copies. You're killing me.
It's done. Designed, printed, packaged, and shipped.
How?
You just got to know the right people. Baker Printing, the printing people.
How come you get to fish in this private lake?
Like I said, you just got to know the right people. You can know the right people too.
Hello guys, it's Debbie. It's time. I've got a brand new location. 10510 Airline Highway, Baton Rouge, next to After 5 Tuxedos. We have the perfect spot to get all your wedding and formal wear needs. Come see our one-of-a-kind name brand and get great prices. With 30 years experience, the best customer service anywhere. It's Debbie's Bridal, Airline Highway, Baton Rouge. See you soon.
Welcome to another day's edition of the Clarence Bug Show. Here's hoping that all is well with you and yours in the world this day. If not, well, just hang on in there. It's bound to get better as the day goes on. Well, this didn't take long, did it? Yesterday, after talking with you about the LSU Hornets Nest brewing storm, Title IX scandal, controversy, whatever label you want to put on it, I mentioned to you that my gut tells me we have in no way, shape, or form heard the last of this. And I mean, you guys and girls, this ain't your first rodeo. So you probably saw this coming, as well as yours truly and any even just casual observer. Understanding what the climate is in this country these days regarding accusations, allegations of sexual impropriety, you know that there is no room in America these days for the like. Now, some will make the argument that even in the hashtag Me Too era, even in an age where there is little, if any, wiggle room for allegations of this sort, it is still America. And at the end of the day, one is still presumed to be innocent unless and until they have been proven to be guilty. That sounds good in theory, but this is America 2021, y'all. It is what it is. And as a result, 3 days after being put on administrative leave, Les Miles, pack your bags, son. You're out of here, Captain. That is the nature of the beast. these days. I thought that possibly he might last a week, thinking that officials at Kansas University would conduct their own investigation, thinking that they would exhaust all avenues to give Les Miles the opportunity to present his case, clear his name, if you will. But this was before I took the opportunity to entertain his record at Kansas. I will leave to you to decide what it says about us as a society. But the fact of the matter is, and I don't think I'm very far off base on this, if Les Miles had racked up back-to-back or back-to-back 10-win seasons, he probably would have been given an opportunity to state his case. He probably would have been given more of an opportunity to defend himself in that regard. But when your record is what his record is at KU, with such high hopes coming in, some are making the argument they were already looking for a reason to get rid of Les Miles. And this one was served up on a platter. ESPN is reporting that Mike DeBoard, who was hired last month as the offensive coordinator for the Jayhawks, will serve as the acting head coach until an interim head coach can be determined. It's interesting, and for the record, let me be the first to say, the reports released regarding this whole Title IX scandal, fiasco, misappropriation, whatever you want to put to it, the reports did not find any instances of Les Miles having sexual relationships with any of these accusers. Harassment, yes. You could go so far as to say inappropriate behavior, certainly. But as of this point, no allegations of an actual sexual relationship. According to ESPN, a copy of his employment contract with Kansas, the university would have, quote, just cause to end its agreement with Les Miles if the coach had discreditable conduct that is inconsistent with the professional standards expected of a head coach of a collegiate sports team. Another clause in his contract that defines, quote, just cause is, quote, participation in, by head coach of any act, situation, or occurrence, or any conduct which in athletics of KU's judgment brings head coach and or KU into public disrepute, embarrassment, contempt, or ridicule. My layperson's understanding of the verbiage in the contract, I am trying to ascertain whether or not that is strictly during the time of his employment then, and if not, how far back does that go? You follow me? I mean, are we going to be talking about, well, you know, Les Miles grabbed Susie's pigtails in 4th grade and dipped them in the inkwell when she was on the desk in front of him. You follow me? I don't know how far back you go with, quote, allegations that cast your current employer in a negative light. Ironically, it is being speculated by ESPN and others that now that Les Miles and KU have mutually parted ways, you can read between the lines on this one. There is a list of individuals whose names are already being bantered about as potential replacements. And ironically, two of them are Louisiana boys. Well, at least they are currently employed at Louisiana universities. Tulane's Willie Fritz is allegedly, reportedly, on the short list of individuals to replace Les Miles. Buffalo's Lance Leopold, Nevada's Jay Norvell, and Louisiana Tech's Skip Holtz could all be potential candidates for Kansas, which will likely, according to ESPN, focus its search on FBS head coaches. Very distinct possibility that after just 3 short years at Kansas, the Jayhawks will find themselves with, although Les is not really a, quote, Louisiana boy, a Louisiana product, we had kind of adopted him as one of our own. Marty and I were talking right before the start of the show, and I was pulling for Les. I'll be the first to admit, I was pulling for Les Miles to be successful at KU because, quite frankly, I didn't like the way his exit was handled by Louisiana State University. Now, let me also hasten to add, this was before all of this stuff came to light. But I will readily admit to you, I was pulling for Les Miles. I'm a simple man with simple taste, y'all. At heart, I'm a country boy. I'm a Louisiana boy. And the first time I saw Les Miles reach down, grab a piece of grass, pull that puppy up and chew on it, I was endeared. I mean, and I still to this day find it hard to understand why people freaked out and lost their minds as though, wow, this guy chews grass? What is going on with this? Didn't you do that as a kid? Growing up, if you were a Louisiana boy, you certainly did. Well, not if you were a snowflake, you probably didn't. You didn't play outside for that matter. You got the most athletic thumbs in the world, but as far as going stand in the outfield while you're waiting on the next pitch and you pop a piece of grass up and you put it in your mouth, you got to know what kind to look for. You got to know what part to chew on. But that's a part of growing up in Louisiana and being an all-American kid. So when I saw Les do that, I'm like, that's my guy. That's my kind of guy. I can live with him. Sad ending. Whether or not he will survive this and end up coaching someplace else, only time will tell. We were all pulling for Les when word broke that he was under consideration for the Kansas job. Wanted to see him get an opportunity to coach again. The crazy world in which we live, how ironic is it that he got the opportunity to coach again only to lose it for something that he allegedly, reportedly did, but not at the job where he is. Such is the nature of the world in which we live. First break of today's show. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit about who cares. I think I'm not the only one, but we'll find out next when we continue the Clarence Bugg Show here and only here on the Pelican. Stay close.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house.
I'm self-employed and didn't report all my income. They claim I owe a lot more than I do.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal.
Tax Solutions Now saved my business.
I qualified for the Fresh Start program. I paid less than I owed.
We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who get the IRS off your back. Time is running out. Call Tax Solutions now.
Call 800-778-4345. 800-778-4345.
Live and play on the fairway at Greystone Golf and Country Club, a serene, challenging golf destination located in Denham Springs. For tee times and membership opportunities, go to GreystoneCountryClub.com.
Hi, I'm Hurricane Betsy Barnes.
And I'm Dr. Kay Siller with The Rocket Right Show.
We are two busy blondes on the go showing off life in Louisiana.
Watch us on Pelican Sports Network.
And Talk 107.3 FM. Check local listings for times.
Team Honda wants to thank you for once again making us Louisiana's #1 new car dealer by offering you never-before-seen savings. For the first time ever, get 0% financing up to 60 months on some of your favorite Honda models. Get thousands in savings right now at Team Honda on Siegen Lane.
Bolello's Furniture and Appliances, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Whirlpool savings. Shop now and save on Whirlpool appliances throughout the store. Plus, experience our price match guarantee and ask about special financing. You can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day. Bolello's Furniture and Appliances, your dependable independent with nationwide buying power.
Hi, I'm Bobby Yarborough with Manda Fine Meats. Here at Manda, we know what the folks of South Louisiana love. They love great flavored smoked sausage, delicious deli meats, and specialty items like boudin and andouille sausage. Manda Fine Meats has been providing these products since 1947. We produce them right here in Baton Rouge, so you know you're always getting the freshest product at your local grocery store. Manda Fine Meats. Taste the fresh local flavor in everything we make. Make it Manda every time.
Welcome back for segment 2 of today's edition of the Clarence Bugg Show. You know, I will be the first to admit that I'm old school. Oh man, I missed a chance to say it, Marty. I'll be the first to admit I'm old school. I'm old school. And if God blesses you to stick around for an appreciable amount of time, if you are anywhere near being an observant individual, it doesn't take much for you to figure out, it really is a different day. I watched with amazement and to a large degree some consternation, and to an even larger degree some disgust at the mainstream media and a lot of you lose your freaking minds over this interview with Meghan Markle and her limp noodle husband, Harry. Who? Exactly. Marty just said, who? Exactly. Of course now, it's Oprah. She's going to grace us with her presence back on network TV, on air. We've got to watch. It's Oprah. Oh my God. Who? Exactly. Marty said again. Who? Who's that? You mean Harpo? All my life. Yeah. Who freaking cares? All you have to do is listen for 5 minutes and you find out just how out of touch these woke snowflake libtards are with everyday real Americans. Don't have a freaking clue. Well, I now, since we've left the royal family, I have to pay for my own security. Welcome to the real world, Captain. Wake the hell up and welcome to the real world. I'm supposed to feel sorry for this clown because he's got to pay for his own security. And he pays for it out of the nearly $1 million a year inheritance from his mom. Marty, you got $1 million inheritance from your mama? Didn't think so. Didn't think so. I'm supposed to feel sorry for these people. But here's what galls me more than anything else. The mainstream media, well, there's a bunch of things, but a couple specifically. 2 hours, prime time, on a Sunday, and you fools are like this in front of the TV. You fools, because the mainstream media, and because it's Oprah, you fools in front of the TV like this. Newsflash. This country was founded. We fought a freaking war because we got sick and tired of the royals waving their hands and issuing a decree. And we peasants, we regular peons, we subjects, had to do what they told us to do. And we had no say-so in the matter. We got sick of that crap, and we whipped their behinds. We took on the greatest army on the planet, beat the bleep out of them, and formed our own country. And now, I'm supposed to care because you have broken away from the royal family, and now you're complaining, oh, life is so tough. You know, we're no longer royals. And really? Really? If you found yourself enraptured, sitting there wasting 2 hours of your life that you will never get back again, and trust me, there will come a time in life you're going to wish you had those 2 hours back. If you found yourself in front of the television, well, I guess we have to call it the telly, because after all, it was the Brits. You know, well, I don't know. Now that they kicked out the royal family, Marty, are they still Brits? Don't know, don't care. Hey, who cares? Who cares? Would you mind grabbing that for me, Marty? Because I don't want to take a chance turning down the ringer here. I don't know exactly what I'm doing with this new phone. But who cares? 2 hours, prime time, network television, and y'all sitting up there like this. Oh, what are they going to say next? What? If you consider yourself a real American, if you understand the principles this country was founded upon, and if you appreciate, truly appreciate what this country's all about, something wrong with you sitting up in front of that TV watching these clowns. Something is truly missing in your appreciation for all things Americana. I guess they're thinking, you know, well, real Americans will be able to relate to us. Now, where they got that idea from, I have no clue. But with all that's going on in this country right now, with all the struggles from COVID-19, unemployment, ginned up race relations, all the things going on in this country, and you think by getting your sorry elite behind on network television with Oprah, who beat you to it, Marty, you think you are going to endear yourself to the American people? Let me guess, you must be a Democrat. Let me guess, you must be a progressive. Let me guess, you must be a liberal. If you think getting on national television, complaining to me that you have to use part of your $800,000 a year bequeathment to pay for your own security, if you think that's going to endear you to me, you are showing just how wide the disconnect truly is. You need to make up with your people and take your woke behind back across the pond, because we don't need you here, hoss. We don't. And take your wife with you. Both of y'all. Get out. We didn't ask you to come here. And now you begging for sympathy? Some people, but see, a lot of this is your fault. A lot of this, America, is your fault, because your sorry behind sat there in front of the telly. Oh, it's Oprah. It's Oprah. She's gracing us with her presence again. Oh, and we got the royals too. Oh my God, honey, get some popcorn. Bring us some iced tea. It's your fault. These idiots figured, well, if we promote it, they're going to watch. And sure enough, you probably did. And then you wonder, you have the unmitigated gall to not be able to figure out, why is it the media can't relate to us? Why don't they address the issues that really concern everyday Americans? Because you clowns fall for foolishness like this. That's why. Meghan, Harry, if you ever decide you want to go back across the pond, but for whatever reason, since you have been relegated to having to pay for your own security now, it's going to be tough for you to get back, because, you know, financially you're strapped. If you ever find yourself in that situation, call me up. I'll host a fundraiser to pay a one-way ticket to get your butt out of my country. I will be happy. I'll sell fish dinners, chicken dinners. Y'all know about black people and their chicken. I'll sell whatever the hell needs to be sold to buy a one-way ticket to get your butt out of my country. Oh, she's with Oprah. Oh, we gotta watch this. You the problem. You are the problem. See, if real Americans would stand up and let these idiots in the media know how they feel, they wouldn't dare trot this kind of trash out in your face. And then, if that weren't bad enough, oh, they're getting rave reviews from the media. Oh, she's so courageous for coming forth and sharing this with us. Get your butt out of my country. We got enough problems without the crap you bring into TV. End of discussion. Meghan, Harry, and Oprah. Bottom of the hour break. We'll get her done. Talk more next on the Pelican. Stay close. Wake up, Alan. We're going to break. Wake up, Alan.
Got termites? Get Premier Pest. PremierPestServices.com.
Hi, I am Dr. Farrell Frugier Jr., and I am a general dentist at Frugier Family Dentistry. I was born and raised in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I went to Catholic High School, LSU, and LSU School of Dentistry in New Orleans, where I received my DDS degree in 1986. I always have and will continue to be committed to continuing my education, to invest in technology which makes the diagnosis and delivery of dentistry more thorough, more comfortable, and more aesthetically pleasing. In our practice, we are here to serve the patients. We want to improve their quality of life and to develop relationships with our patients. In dentistry, we have a chance to impact lives on a daily basis, not just by doing dentistry, but by getting to know them and being a part of their life. We also believe in giving back to our community. So every year, we give back to the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank, Toys for Tots, and Mary Bird Perkins Cancer Center. Please stop by and visit our office. We would love to take care of you and your family.
Jaguar Nation, we need your help in masking up Louisiana.
Masks help us slow the spread of COVID-19.
During this time, we must continue to wear a mask. Wash your hands and practice social distancing.
It's important that we continue to abide by the CDC's guidelines to stop the spread.
Jaguar Nation, we challenge you to mask up. Go Jags!
Hello guys, it's Debbie. It's time. I've got a brand new location. 10510 Airline Highway, Baton Rouge, next to After 5 Tuxedos. We have the perfect spot to get all your wedding and formal wear needs. Come see our one-of-a-kind name brand and get great prices. With 30 years experience, the best customer service anywhere. It's Debbie's Bridal, Airline Highway, Baton Rouge. See you soon.
Caught spiders. Premier Pest Services.
Welcome back to today's edition of the Clarence Bug Show. You know, if you are a political watcher, and maybe they have been banking on this, the average American, after all the vitriol, all of the mudslinging, all the negativity that surrounded the most recent presidential election, a lot of you, understandably, may have divorced yourself to whatever degree from your normal diet of attempting to keep abreast of the things that affect your life and this country that most of us love. Keeping abreast of what those we have elected to serve us are doing is, one, a necessity if we want good government. But it is also something that you have to elect to do. No one can force you to do this. Even if you are put at gunpoint, if you're not really interested, you will feign interest. You'll sit there looking like you're really interested, but in your mind, you're saying, man, I'll be glad when this crap is over so that I can go on and do what I want to do, jump on my trampoline or, go hunting or fishing or whatever it is. But I'm just sitting here looking like I'm interested, so they'll take this gun off my back. So where am I going with this? Well, I'm glad you posed the question. Have you noticed that after all of the hoopla surrounding the recent presidential election, all of the commercials and all of the vitriol and all of the admonishment, that now that the Democrats have control of the White House, has anybody other than me noticed how invisible Joe Biden has become? It was announced this week that Joe Biden is now the first president in 40 years to not hold a formal question and answer session with the media at this point in his term. Normally, well, at least every president for the last 40 years, after assuming the office of the presidency, by this point in their term, they've had the media come in, president comes to the podium, makes a statement or two, and now I'll take your questions. Ain't happening. Now, if you are a thinking person, if you are an individual that relishes, appreciates, understands that good or bad, right or wrong, like it or not, we are the leader of the free world, don't you wonder why it is that every other president in the last 40 years, and with all the problems that are besetting our country, don't you wonder or find it a little strange that Joe Biden has not taken the time to speak with the media and to answer their questions? Now, for those of y'all who have been asleep at the switch, for those of y'all who only try to find out what the hell is going on in my country by going to the propaganda outlets of the mainstream media, ABC, NBC, CBS, CNN LOL, and MSLSD, what you probably don't know by now is that the White House and Democrats are scared to death to put Joe Biden by himself at a podium with the media. See, they've been lying to y'all about a whole lot of stuff. They have been lying to y'all for so long, they've forgotten all the lies they've told you. Remember growing up, if you had decent parents, they told you there's a couple of reasons why you don't lie. Number one, you don't lie. Well, actually, there's 3 reasons. I forgot about the other one. Number one, decent people don't do that. Okay? A man is only as good as his word. And if I ask you something and I can't depend on getting an honest answer, I don't need you in my life. I don't need to deal with you. Number 2, the reason you don't lie is because I don't play that in my house. That's father. That's dad. We don't do that in this house. Third reason why you don't lie is because when you lie, you either have to remember very carefully all the other lies you've told, or you got to tell another one. See, people ask me all the time, what'd you talk about on the show today? I tell them, I don't know, I've forgotten. Well, what'd you say about such and such? Oh, I can tell you what I said. I don't remember what I said, but I can tell you what I said. And they get this real quizzical look on their face. Well, wait a minute. You said you don't remember what you said. How can you tell me what you said if you don't remember what you said? You know what I tell them? I can tell you what I said. I told you the truth. And you can see the lights in their head going off. See, when I tell you the truth, I don't ever have to worry about remembering what I said. Why? Because it's the truth. Clarence, what'd you say about such and such? Okay, I don't remember, but I can tell you with all certainty what I told you. You know what I told you? This. Whatever the truth is about that issue, that's what I told you. That way, I can sleep sound at night. That way, I can look you in your eyes. I don't have to do this because I'm lying to you. I'm going to tell you the truth. Always have, always will. That way, I don't have to worry about what I said. And I don't have to worry about you coming back to me and saying, Clarence, you said such and such. Well, all I did was tell you the truth. Now, if you got a problem with it, your problem ain't with me, son. Your problem is with the truth. I'm going to say that again for those of you who didn't get it. If you got a problem with what I say, your problem is not with me. Your problem is with the truth, and I'll put an addendum to that. Your problem is with yourself. Some of y'all ain't going to get that till later, but that's okay, long as you get it. And sometime today, before this day ends, you should ask yourself, why is it, I don't agree with that Clarence boy. He conservative. I don't agree with everything he says. Matter of fact, I don't agree with most of what he says. But I do have to wonder, why haven't I seen Joe Biden at the podium addressing the media? The media, the White House, and the Democrats are scared to death. We can't put this man up here by himself with the media. Because if we do, the American public is going to find out just exactly what kind of shape Joe Biden is in. See, there's a reason why they kept old Joe in the basement throughout the whole campaign. There's a reason. We're not supposed to know this, but unfortunately for the media, the libs, and the folk in the White House, we got common sense. And we get our news from places other than those who run cover for the Democrats. What is so amazing, y'all ain't figured out the hypocrisy behind this yet. Oh, we're going to be the most transparent administration in the history of this country. But for the first time in 40 years, you have not talked to the media in front of the American people. And I'm supposed to believe that's transparent? You see how they play you? Now, while they're pandering for your vote, they're going to lie to you to your face and tell you, we're going to be the most transparent administration in the history of the United States of America. It's for the children, and we got to do it to save the planet. And yet, in 40 years, we've not had anybody to hide from the media like Joe Biden. They are deathly afraid. If we put him at the podium and let him have to take questions from the media off the cuff, all of America and the rest of the world will find out what's actually going on. If you get your news from someplace else, like me and others like me, you'd already know. Of course, that means you got to get off your butt and do some research. But it's right there for all the world to see. 3 times in the last week, old Joe forgot where he was, who he was talking about, what their title was, what their office was, etc., etc., etc. During the campaign, I actually felt sorry for Joe Biden. I categorized it as elder abuse. What the Democrats did to this man is despicable. Half the time, he didn't know where he was. Remember how they would put a lid by a certain time of day on all his appearances, even the Zoom appearances during the campaign? And now, after hiding him in the basement all this time, keeping a lid on all his appearances, now, first time in 40 years, the leader of the free freaking world has not done a solo press conference with the media. If you have one functioning brain cell, you should ask yourself, why is that? Final break of today's show. We'll get her done. Come back, put that big old pretty bow on this puppy, and we'll wrap up today's edition of Clarence Club Show.
Hi, I'm Bobby Yarborough with Manda Fine Meats. Here at Manda, we know what the folks of South Louisiana love. They love great flavored smoked sausage, delicious deli meats, and specialty items like boudin and andouille sausage. Manda Fine Meats has been providing these products since 1947. We produce them right here in Baton Rouge, so you know you're always getting the freshest product at your local grocery store. Manda Fine Meats. Taste the fresh local flavor in everything we make. Make it Manda every time.
From appetizers, pasta dishes, and entrees, La Cantea takes pride in preparing all the Italian cuisine we know you love. Enjoy live music every Thursday through Saturday from 6 to 9, happy hour weekdays from 3 to 6, and brunch on Sundays from 11 to 2, as well as dinner portion-sized lunch specials for under $10. Visit our website to view our menu and book a party or meeting in our large banquet room. Once you try La Cantea, your Italian dining will change forever.
We're making 2021 the year of savings, and it starts right now at Team Toyota. Come get a new 21 Corolla for just $189 a month, or get a 20 Camry for just $19,995. It's a year full of savings starting right now, right here at Team Toyota.
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling.
Sometimes life is wonderful, and sometimes it's not. Cherish the good, but always be prepared for life's challenges. At Private Healthcare, we provide the peace of mind you deserve. With Private Healthcare, you'll get the coverage you want and healthcare you need. If your employer doesn't supply healthcare coverage and you don't qualify for Medicare or Medicaid, you need to give us a call right now. Private Healthcare is private health insurance for ages 65 and under with medical, dental, vision, and even prescription coverage. When life comes at you unexpectedly, you need to be ready, and health insurance is your financial safety net. Health insurance has never been so easy and affordable. If you're looking for health coverage at the best price and your annual household income is $35,000 or more, call the number on the screen now and speak with a live healthcare consultant. Don't wait. Get the coverage you need now.
Welcome back to the final segment of today's edition of the Clarence Miller Show. Yeah, bro, you got me. You got me. I give it to you. That's why you always be careful about what you say and who you say it to. Break before last, I had to poke the bear, Big Al, out in the truck doing his thing, and got distracted. I don't know if it was Jonathan, Katie, or whomever, but didn't realize we had gone break. So I took the liberty of poking the bear. Well, there you go.
Hi, I'm Bobby.
So he got me back. He got me back in the last segment and just sent me a very gentle reminder. I can get you again, too, if I want to. You the man, brother. You the man. I have no problem with the fact that you the man. Listen, on a serious note, y'all, you have probably, if you've been keeping up with the news as of late, you have watched recently. And a lot of it probably has to do with the coronavirus lockdowns across the country. The problem had started, but it has now accelerated at a frightening pace. The ages of individuals involved in violent crime in this country continue to get lower and lower and lower and lower. And I'm just going to be honest with you. It is particularly pronounced in the African American community. In Washington, D.C. this week, police announced that they have arrested one of two suspects, and carjackings have increased dramatically. Chicago, San Francisco, L.A., Washington, D.C. Carjackings have increased at a level never seen before in this country. In D.C. this week, a 12-year-old arrested for 4 armed carjackings in 1 hour. You heard me right. This 12-year-old, and they are still searching for the other suspect, a 12-year-old arrested for 4 armed carjackings in 1 hour. As painful as it is to digest this, as painful as it is to deal with the reality of the ages of individuals involved in criminal behavior getting lower and lower and lower and lower. For me, as a man of color and someone who loves this country dearly, what is most painful is that we continue to focus on the things that in no way, shape, or form affect the problem. We continue to allow the media to distract us and lie to us. Ooh, Oprah's on with the Royals. We continue to point the fingers of blame everywhere other than where they need to be. What is systemic racism? And we need environmental justice and all this kind of crap. Meanwhile, a freaking 12-year-old carries out 4 armed carjackings in 1 hour in our nation's capital. You see how they play you? They distract you. They give you all this other inconsequential crap to occupy your time and your attention on. Marty's over there going. Seven out of 10 of us, our young people, can't do 5 push-ups, but damn it, we got the most physically fit thumbs on the planet. I fear for the soul of my country. I don't know at the rate we're going how much longer this republic can flourish. I fear for the soul of my country. And something short of a world-changing intervention, I don't know how many years this United States of America is going to be around. And I mean that with all sincerity. When we have 12-year-olds carrying out multiple armed carjackings on the streets of our nation's capital. But Clarence, you got to understand, that's Washington, D.C. Well, wait a minute, Hoss. Right across the river from the capital city, West Baton Rouge, just recently, 16 and 17-year-olds. They're about to be tried for attempted murder as adults because they're shooting up the place with 2 AR-15s. But we need to be concerned about systemic racism and environmental justice. You freaking idiot, you. You continue to fiddle while Rome burns to the ground around your feet. Time's up and I gotta go. But this day like any other, I give it to you. You're right. America, I just told you, we're not perfect. But for this old boy's money, it's still the best there is, and God knows there's no place else on his green earth. Yeah, I said it, God's green earth, that I'd rather be. Speaking of the good Lord. Yeah, he loves you, and so do I. The good news is, there ain't a doggone thing you can do about either one. Take care of yourselves and each other. We'll see you tomorrow. God bless.